This is the plaintiff, Mirtha Louis Jean. She says the defendant, her ex-husband, up and left her one day out of the blue, stealing her car and leaving her to pay the rent alone on the condo they once shared. The guy doesn't even call to check on their children, and she can't wait to finally face him in this court and tell the judge all he's done to hurt her emotionally and financially. She's suing for $5,000, the amount she is owed. This is the defendant, Henry Dorcius. He says he gave all the money he earned to his wife, the plaintiff, because she told him men had no rights in the United States, and she would have him sent to jail if he didn't fork it all over to her. He worked 12 hours a day, 7 days a week to support her. Now she turns around and sues him? Well, he can't wait to have his day in court today and explain his side of things to the judge. He's accused of taking off.
All parties, please raise your right hand. Be seated. Come to order, please. Litigants have been sworn, Your Honor.
Thank you, Douglas.
You're welcome, ma'am.
Okay. Mirtha Louis Jean, you are suing Henry Dorcius, your former husband, for $5,000. You say you're out actually $8,000 something in debts that you say he owes to you and has not repaid. Tell me what is going on.
All right. I've met Henry when I was 17. And when I was 21, in my country...
What country are you?
Haiti. And my parents just sent me here.
Here would be where?
Miami.
Miami, okay. So you marry him when?
2009.
And why do you marry him?
I married him because I love him.
Okay, and was he still in Haiti when you married him?
Actually, he was traveling forth and back and convinced me that I'm the woman of his dream.
All right, so you marry him and then he goes back to live in Haiti and you're living here?
No, he just, after the earthquake, he told me that there was no way he can live in Haiti. He had no job and everything.
What did he do in Haiti? What did you do in Haiti?
I was a dentist.
A dentist. Mm-hmm.
Henry...
You do have a perfect smile.
Let her talk. Yeah,
honest to God, that is
I like that because
dazzling.
she
Right.
cannot even talk because she doesn't know what she's saying. Let her talk.
Well, let's have her. She goes first, and then you can answer. So go ahead.
Yes.
This is Henry.
So he comes to America and does what?
So when Henry came to America, Henry didn't have any job. I had to support Henry.
Okay, but don't look
And
at him.
before that, the reason, before Henry came here, when we got married in 2009, I had to give Henry money. So Henry had planned to open a school, nursing school in Haiti.
Okay, well, you didn't have to do anything. You chose to do that.
Yeah, I chose to do it. I
All right,
chose to
so
do it.
now, so after the earthquake, he comes to live with you here? Mm-hmm. Okay, and then what happens?
So Henry didn't have any job, so I filed for him for a green card. And he had his green card and everything. But every time Henry got a job, Henry cannot keep up the job.
Okay, so what are you suing for here? Rent and a car. Tell me about the rent. Because when he was living there, you were paying it half and half, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay, so he comes over here in 2010. You're renting a place together. You each pay half, and everything's going fine until he leaves.
Until he leaves. But
Okay,
before,
why did he leave?
Because his friend called me and said, Henry is not going to stay because once Henry got his green card, he's not staying. This is his plan. Henry said that I beat him all the time. Henry, the kind of person Henry is.
Who did he say that to?
He said that we had a previous court, because of the...
All right, let's hear from Henry. Henry, so according to you, he leaves, and did you tell me why he left?
He left because he had his green card. He had everything
and
that
then
he
after
needed.
that, he leaves you paying the rent, so you're suing him for 10 months of rent, his share, until the end of the lease, and then you're also suing him for a car that you purchased together. Tell me about that.
Okay. Henry was working for 8 months, and then Henry took that money, Henry went a car, and he's paying almost $800 every month.
So as soon as he had a job, the first thing he did was waste $800 a month on a car note?
And listen,
what kind of car was this?
It was a rental car.
A rental car?
Yeah, he went a car.
Thought it was going to be a Ferrari.
Henry went a car $700, and he's paying almost $800 every month.
So then what did you do? So then you bought him a car?
So After I lost my house because I was supporting Henry having seizures. So
What do you mean you were supporting Henry having seizures?
I mean, Henry was used to have seizures all the time, epilepsy, and Henry didn't have any insurance. Henry used to take one medication that was $370-something a month.
Okay.
And because of that, I lost my house.
Okay, I don't want to hear anymore why you spent so much money on Henry. I want to hear about the car, and this is the last time I'm going to ask you. How did you end up buying Henry a car?
I buy Henry a car. This is the only way Henry can get to work.
So you paid how much?
I gave Henry $1,000.
Okay, so you gave him $1,000, and then he put the rest of the money?
Yes.
And what was the rest of the money?
$800.
Okay, and then you're suing for $1,800 for the entire amount?
Yeah.
Okay, now, Henry, let us hear from you.
I'm
What
very
is
happy
going
to
on?
be-
She thinks that all you did was marry her so you can get a green card.
The problem is, I respect my mom.
That's the problem?
My daughters, my sisters, I respect all women. She was like my step-sister because her dad has 2 kids with my mom.
Oh, Lord.
That's why she ended up...
You didn't know.
I didn't know. We met in Port
Oh, you didn't know?
Wait, don't talk to each other. Don't talk to each other.
I didn't know. Henry knew, but I didn't
Oh,
know. We met
they are
in
your
Port West.
sisters. How you can know them?
Henry, I know
They
my
are-
sisters.
She got 2 sisters.
Stop. Go ahead.
That's why she tricked me.
What do you mean she tricked you?
Because she tried to become nice to me, to show me that she gonna be a good woman to me. And then I gave her my heart because
You gave her your
know-
house?
My heart.
Oh, your heart.
Yeah,
Okay.
because I know she is the sister of my sister. How could I did something wrong to her? It's like my sister because her dad has
You
2
married your sister?
daughters with my mom.
So why are you dating your sister? Why did you marry your sister?
So every vacation
God.
we meet.
With the family?
Yes, because she was the sisters of my sisters.
Okay.
But when I went to vacation, we became close. And as a
sister?
girl and a boy, we ended up a relationship.
Of course.
sister?
And
What else?
then she told me, you are the first one who, excuse me the expression, who had sex with me. I become, oh my gosh. So I had to consider her.
Okay.
We
You
were
married her
in
for love?
No, we were
But
in
you
love.
left when you got the green
And
card.
it was a good love because she was the sister of my sister. That means
No, there's
I
no
loved her.
there is no better love than marrying your sister.
No, she's not my sister. She's the sister of my sister.
I
not
got
my
it, I
sister.
got it, I got it.
So I appreciate her as a family. I said I have to do something good for her.
Okay.
Like,
All right, so let's move forward a little bit.
Okay, now.
Before I kill myself.
it is,
So
now.
you marry her in 2009. The earthquake happens in 2010.
2010.
You moved to Miami in 2010.
Yes.
Okay, so now you're living together and you're each paying half, correct?
Yeah.
Right,
Listen,
and
no,
then
it
what
wasn't like that.
It wasn't- yeah,
She
okay.
bought a house.
I have
She
everything.
No,
was
stop.
on foreclosure in the house.
Okay.
When I get in here. She was in foreclosure. She was living with a man. That's why I come up with everything. She had a man and had a kid.
Okay, I want you to
with the
listen to
man.
me. At some
And-
point, stop. At some point, were you responsible for $625 a month?
Nah.
Whether it's the mortgage or anything else?
No, we didn't have any.
Did you pay any of the mortgage?
I was paying all the bill by my own. Because
Were you
I
paying
was
all of the
working.
mortgage?
Yes, I was
That's a
working
lie.
What
7
job did
days
you
a
have?
week. I was a caregiver.
When did you leave?
She kicked me out. I didn't leave her. She kicked me out.
Okay, you have to stop that noise.
She
All right.
kicked me out.
Why did she
beat
kick
me.
you out?
She beat me with
She beat you.
sandal, with chair. She kicked me out. Let me tell you this story. My son
Tell me
died.
about the beating. That's what I want to hear.
Yes, my son died in 2014.
I'm sorry to hear that.
February 23rd. We fill out income tax together. She took all the money. I had to borrow money from other people to bury my son. To bury my
I'm not
son.
going to tell you again to stop yelling in the middle of the testimony.
And she took the money. I had to borrow money to bury my son. And I had
But if you were working, I don't understand how she can take the
Listen,
money.
I had to bring her all the money.
You didn't have to do anything. She didn't have to pay for your schooling. You didn't have to give her your paycheck. None of this has to happen.
My honor, I had to bring her the money. If I don't, she said, I'm going to take your green card. They're going to send you to jail. I'm going to call police for you. She said, a woman here, they have all the right. So, men, if you do something, or when she beating me. She had a phone in her hand to do 911 to call police for me. So I couldn't go out. I had to stay there. Every 3 a.m. in the morning, she wait for the kids to sleep and put me in the bedroom. And she was, oh my God, she made my life miserable.
Wait, every 3 a.m. she put the kids to bed and what?
Yes.
Can you stop? I'm going to have to kick you out.
She wait for
I really
the
am.
kids
Go ahead and
to
sit down. I
sleep.
want you to sit down because maybe if you sit down, you'll
She
stop
wait for
yelling.
the kids to sleep, and then if there was something wrong, I have to wash her underwear. If it's not folding well, I'm in trouble with her. If I don't clean the sink, I'm in trouble. And I was working 12 hours a day, 7 days a week. So she would make my life miserable. She took all my money. She didn't give me none.
But why are you? I don't understand. If you're working 7 days a week, why do you give her all the money? Because in America, the women have all the rights.
She would kick me out.
It's news to the rest of us.
I didn't have nowhere to go. When she kicked me out, I had to sleep in my car.
But if you have all the money, if you have 7 days a week of money, then you have money.
I have to bring them to her.
How come you left when she got the green card?
I didn't let her. She kicked me out.
She kicked you
I
out.
swear to
Okay,
God,
she kicked you.
me out.
She kicked you out. Why?
You know, I had to give the money back to the people that I borrowed for to bury my son. I borrowed $1,200, so I had to pay back. So I had to give her less money now.
Okay.
She
All right.
kicked me out, and she.
Are you guys still married?
Welcome back to the People's Court. Harvey Levin here. Okay, so he says the plaintiff, who is his ex-wife, is the sister of his sister. Does that mean he married his sister?
It sounds like it to me. It sounds like sister, they're all connected.
Yeah, does it sound like it to you?
Yes, absolutely. It sounds like he married his sister.
Anybody here can figure out how can she be the sister of his sister and the plaintiff is not his sister as well? Can anybody figure out how that could be? Anybody? Anybody? Going once, going twice.
Yeah, two different, maybe two different
Parents? That would not make him a sister. Going inside the courtroom.
Has there been a divorce?
I divorced her because
Is
that's
there?
why.
Yeah, come on up. Is there a divorce decree?
Yes,
Okay, can I see the divorce decree?
I have something here.
Who filed for divorce?
Me.
He did.
What happened? You didn't show up?
What happened is that I didn't want to see his face after what he
Never,
did.
she didn't
Well,
show up.
I'm not talking to you.
I didn't reply because I didn't want to face Henry anymore.
Okay.
So-
Did she ever show up in court?
Never. She was scared because she was beating me. She was scared.
Beating you.
Even
Did
the
you beat
police
him?
went to her house.
Never. No one.
She never.
Henry
She was
is the
scared.
manipulator. Henry is very good at it.
Oh my
The
God.
order that was entered by the judge, this is the family court order. Did you go back to the family court judge?
Yes.
And what did that family court judge say?
They told me that I filed the paper and
Too
then-
late. Too little, too late is what they told you.
No, they
told
actually
you
had
we
an
served
appointment.
process on you. We gave you notice how many times. You ignored everything.
because at the end of
and
it-
so you've given up your right to fight for this marital asset.
yeah,
So
because
why would it be different here?
Because I came at the end of it.
You didn't come at the end of it. You came when it was over. There was a default. A default means a judge sat there, called out your name, waited, didn't hear. That was your time. And when you didn't do it there, you cannot do it here. Okay? And believe me, do not think I'm saying I believe him. I'm not. I'm just saying that as a procedural matter, because this divorce decree says that that everything's settled between the two of you, you're cooked. You can't come into civil court and sue for it. That is my verdict. It's for the defendant. Good luck, folks.
And with that, the plaintiff is out of the courtroom into the hallway here. Step in a little bit closer and tell me what's your feeling about that ruling? You understand how she ruled?
I do understand that, but I think he should pay. We shouldn't let people like Henry take advantage of anybody. This is what he's been doing. And he is an actor, and he is very good at it. He shouldn't do that. Yeah, this is Henry. This is who you are. But Henry, you know what? I'm a hard worker. This is what I do for a living.
Henry turns his back as you speak to
This
him.
is what I do for a living.
All right. All right, as she turned to address you, you just
yes,
turn
sir.
your back on her. You just turn your back.
No, because she was lying at the beginning because she made my life miserable. I'm in college. I cannot study anymore. Look at where she brought me over here. I left Fort Lauderdale for her. So now she brought me all the way over here to New York. And I'm happy I'm here in New York. And then I show the biggest show of the world to present myself as a defendant. So I'm very happy,
You think
sir.
you've heard the end of her?
No, I didn't win. I didn't win, and I never wanted to win. But
right,
I
Henry.
wanted to show the judge that she was a liar.
Okay,
That's-
Harvey?
Okay, Kurt, you know, when there is a divorce settlement, you cannot reopen the case and then start suing for property. Once it's done, it's done. And that will do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.